Welcome back to another episode of the evolution of Valorant. Today we'll be covering Icebox and Breeze. Let's start with Icebox. Icebox was launched in October of 2020 and has gone through quite a few changes ever since its launch. The first round of changes came just a few months after its release. Riot made Icebox easier to navigate by simplifying the A site and lowering some of the super tall spots on the map. I don't know about you guys, but I definitely don't want to be jumping down and making myself known to the enemies. Also, there was no gate at that corner back then. Riot added that gate so it will be easier for attackers to plan their approach to the site, and for defenders to strategize when retaking it. In March of 2022, Icebox went through a revamp. B-site Green Lane is now attacker friendly, and makes the space more comfortable to play in. They've switched things up a bit by moving the doorway from the attacker spawn building near the Green Lane to the first cubby. This is to give attackers a new way to approach B Green instead of having to enter from two similar positions. This was big for Icebox lovers, as it's now safer to lurk around the site instead of getting headshot the moment we step out. And this was how B site actually looked like compared to the previous version. Riot made it easier for us to focus on fighting and made utilities more effective. Now onto Breeze. Breeze was launched in April of 2021 until it went off grid and Riot decided to change certain stuff. Before this was this. Breeze had a mini roundabout at mid-site, but Riot decided to close off one of the pillars so we don't get shot the second we step out. Riot also tweaked B-site to make enemy positioning more predictable, which helped out a lot when you're trying to retake sites or even make a comeback. There used to be this spot called Cave on A-site, where both attackers and defenders could get a good idea of where the enemies were at, but Riot decided to block it completely, which made it challenging for both sides. And finally, let's talk about the planting area on A site, which was completely different back in 2021. Not just the spots for planting, but Riot threw in that yellow box for us defenders, so that camping there while waiting for backup was kind of safe. That's all for Icebox and Breeze. If you've enjoyed the series so far, feel free to subscribe and stay tuned for the next episode of The Evolution of Valorant. See you in the next one.